Now, this video will be very uncomfortable, but today I'm going to be showing you why women will routinely sleep with losers, guys who are broke, or guys who you even consider low value that do not have anything going for them. I'm going to be showing you step by step exactly why women desire these types of men. Women will also routinely chase these types of men to gain commitment or to gain a relationship. And on top of that, I'm even going to be showing you why they will oftentimes pursue them much harder than the other men who have good, stable futures. And on top of that, the men who would be there for them, who did do everything right or do have status and also have financial stability, these men will routinely be left by women without even realizing why. This is probably one of the most important videos that I've ever made, so be sure to stay with me throughout the entire presentation. Now, after this video is over, I want you to do one thing. I want you to go down below. I want you to check out the MBT Masculine Behavioral Technique full-length end-to-end webinar that I made for you. So that way we can take some of these concepts, we copy-paste them into your dating life, and we go even further so that way you can actually get dating success at a far quicker pace. Let's dive in. Okay, so none of you are really going to enjoy hearing this, but I don't really care because majority of the other content creators and dating coaches are completely lying to you, especially when they tell you to chase more money and to chase more status, because what you're going to learn in a quick hurry is that does not typically equal the amount of dating options or companions that you're hoping to have. So regardless of how this video makes you feel, I don't care. This is step by step why women will sleep with losers or guys who don't have anything going for them, and they will routinely leave good men or rich men or men who look attractive or men who are, whatever the case may be, okay? What you have to do is understand at a deep level the exact archetype or the type of man that a woman leaves, okay? Here's how this typically looks on paper, okay? He's good and he's stable and he did everything right that he was told by the world or that he was told by his parents or society that would equal a great dating life or having a perfect woman in his life, okay? So he's good and he's stable and he did everything right. And when he meets this type of woman at first, okay, that woman goes, oh my God, he's a surgeon or he's a lawyer or he's in real estate. This is my perfect dream man. This is the exact type of man that I want. This is everything that, I thought it would be like in my fairy tale dream, okay? So the type of man, okay, is typically good looking. He typically has low body fat or he's physically fit. He typically is very good with money or he's financially successful. And he did everything right on paper, okay, on paper, that society told him would equal a beautiful woman either dating her or marrying her or having a family with her or whatever the case may be, okay? Then the switch happens. So the switch is what I call the changeover. Eventually she's with that man, okay, and she's sitting there looking at him and she's going, well, why is he loyal? She's going to scratch her head and she's going to go like this and think, why is this dude loyal? Why me? She's going to go, why did he commit to me? And then she's going to see that majority of the things that this guy does is predictable, and she's going to go, he's boring, he's predictable. And the truth is that the guy who fits this archetype lacks the masculine edge and the masculine spirit that women find extremely arousing. So since he lacks this masculine edge, she leaves him. And then he's sitting there confused because he's going, I did everything right on paper. I make good money. I do this. I do that. I drive a nice car. I have a nice house. I'm 7 feet tall and I have six-pack abs and 6% body fat. And here's the biggest thing that men have to grasp and that men have to understand, okay? Read this with me because this is extremely important. Sexual market value is not the same as materialistic high value on paper. One more time, say it with me. Sexual market value is not the same as materialistic high value on paper. So then, guess what happens? The guy who may not have a job, the guy who maybe lives in his parents' basement, here's what she sees when she looks at this type of guy. Because you got to understand, the way you view that guy is different than the way that she views that guy. And I'm telling you this because the truth is you have no idea how she views the world. And what I mean by that, or you have no idea the lens of attraction that she actually sees. You could walk into a bar or you could walk into a restaurant or you could walk into a social event and you might see like a tall, good looking guy and you're looking at that guy and you're going, oh, that's the guy in here that probably all the women are looking at. You have no idea how she perceives attraction. And it could be this other dude over here who you had no idea or you didn't even pay attention to, but all the women are gravitating towards him and you didn't even know it. And the reason being is because you are not her. And since you're not her, you need to stop acting like you know what's 100% going to be attractive and arousing, and you need to actually pay attention and realize the different lens to which that woman is seeing the world compared to you. Here's what I mean by that. The guy who may not have a job or who lives in his parents' basement, here's what she sees in that type of guy. The first thing that she sees is if he doesn't have anything to prove or he's not that ambitious, she's going to sit there and go, wow, he really doesn't care what people think. That's actually hot. She's going to look at that and go, that's pretty attractive. He really just doesn't give a fuck. He sits there and he does whatever he wants. Maybe he drinks all day. Maybe he smokes all day. He just kind of does whatever. This is the guy who just seems like he just sits there and gets what he wants. Seems like the women just come to him because he doesn't care. The second thing that she sees is she goes, wow, he's rebellious and lives life on his own terms. One day he's out overdoing this. The next day he's over here. The next day he's traveling over here. The next day he's with this group of friends. This guy's not really prioritizing anything that's super important. He's purely living life on his own terms. This guy doesn't give a damn. This guy doesn't give a single fuck. She's going to look at that and go, this is attractive. Wow, he doesn't care when he goes home. He doesn't care when he gets his sleep. He doesn't care. He does whatever he wants. And you're looking at that and you're going, wow, he doesn't have any ambition. Wow, he doesn't have any competency. Wow, he's not headed anywhere in life. She doesn't see it like that. Okay? She's sitting there going, wow, he's rebellious and lives life on his own terms. She might even sit there and go, wow, he parties a lot, or he does what he wants. And truthfully, what this boils down to is he gives no fucks. That is the masculine edge and the masculine spirit that women gravitate towards. And guess what? When you adapt these character traits, this right here is what lead to sex. It's the attitude. It's the attitude of internal high value. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because if you actually look at the guys who are getting laid, if you actually look at the guys who get women, if you actually look at the guys out there dating, it is typically not the archetype that is pushed on the internet. It is not the archetype that is pushed through social media. You can sit there with your fancy podcast microphone and your suit and tie all you want and tell everyone what a high value guy you are, and she doesn't give a fuck. This is going to be the archetype that you're going to notice women are actually sleeping with. It's going to be the guy that you would never think in a million years has anything going on for him or is even remotely attractive. And oftentimes, these are going to be the internal high value masculine characteristics that women are gravitating towards, women are actually getting wet for, and women desire. So now we got to ask ourselves why. Okay? If you understand this piece of the marker board right here, that's the type of man that a woman leaves. And then over here, you understand the type of man that a woman sleeps with and how sexual market value is not the same as materialistic high value on paper. Now we have to ask ourselves why. Why is it like this? Okay? Think about this with me. The guy who you think is a loser, or the guy who you think doesn't have anything going for him, he does not feel the need to self-qualify or conform to what other people think is normal or what other people think is respectable. So the guy over here who did everything right, what you have to understand is that he's a follower. People told him, go get a good job. People told him, oh, go level up in that corporate field. People told him, oh, go buy a BMW or a Mercedes, and now you're a cool, high-value man. And what she sees is she sees a guy who didn't live life on his own terms, who completely was influenced by what other people told him and became a follower. He's not a leader, he's a follower. This guy over here, who has the masculine spirit, who doesn't give a fuck, that guy is doing whatever he wants and he's a leader in his own life. That is called internal high value in my definition. So the guy who you think is a loser does not feel the need to self-qualify or conform to what other people think is normal or respectable. Now guess what? To women, this is alpha. That right there equals alpha. Does not matter how much money you have in your bank account. It doesn't matter how many digits are in your bank account. It doesn't matter how many Instagram followers you have. And it doesn't matter any of that crap that you were told. This is what women view as alpha. Not driving around in a Lamborghini trying to look cool. Okay? Women see right through that and they see the insecurity. They feel the need to self-qualify. They feel that you need to go prove yourself to other people. And all that is low value energy. She is sitting there looking at that guy going, he needs to self-improve and make all this money and do all this crap because on the inside he doesn't feel good enough. Meanwhile, this guy does feel good enough without doing a goddamn thing. Therefore, I'm going to sleep with him because the God-given traits he was born with. He has natural confidence to just be himself, and this is how he wants to be, and the guy is how he is. That is what women like. I'm trying so damn hard to teach you this because it is important. This is why most men are not getting laid, or even having a girlfriend or anything. This is why guys just can't attract women to begin with. So, good men, on paper, here's what happens. They lose a few things. The first thing that they lose is their masculine edge. The second thing that they lose is their masculine spirit. And the biggest thing that nobody talks about is they lose their own way of thinking. Now, they conform to what everybody told them was correct, which means they were influenced, which subconsciously means they're a follower, and she can see right through that. That woman can see right through that. So taking this at a deep level, what can you actually learn from this presentation? The first thing that you can learn from this is being a good man will bring you these three things. It will bring you competency, probably ability to network, and even probably ability to make money. So it's going to lead to a good career. And it's also going to bring you the ability to be viewed as a good long-term provider. But here's what you have to know. It will not equal arousal, it will not equal desire, and it does not equal sex appeal. This is what you have to know. So the motto that I try to live by is do not hate the game, just get better at playing it. Once you discover another saying I like to use is like new information, new decision. If there's new information put in front of me, I'm now going to make a new decision on how I'm going to live my life, which means you do not hate the game. You just get better at playing the game. The better you get at playing the game, the more wisdom you acquire. The more wisdom you acquire, the more dating options you have. And yes, for most men, this takes weeks, months, and years. And this is why as men age, as men get older, their competency when it comes to female nature and female dynamic increases. And now you have a better dating life. So this is why women sleep with these types of men over here. And this is why women leave the good, stable men that you always thought was what you needed to be to attract a woman. If you like this video, I want you to hit the like button. I also want you to go down below and register for that webinar, because inside of MBT, which is masculine behavioral techniques, you are going to see dozens upon dozens of student successes, transformations, and guys actually getting girlfriends and guys having amazing dating lives just by using this process that we are actually copy pasting into our dating life. If you like this video, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.